Welcome to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman. This is a half-hour Hatha Yoga class for beginning and continuing students. Yoga teaches you how to quiet the mind and relax the body through the stretches and postures known as asanas, and they're all coordinated. It's all designed to work together. This is May 2021. Soon Montgomery County will be opening and the surrounding areas will be open. And yet there's still some question, in my mind anyway. I know other people are thinking about this also. I'm a little bit wary of not wearing my mask in public. I'm a little bit concerned about interacting with people. And I think it's going to be a transition to not exactly the way it was before, but something new, maybe something better. At any rate, we've been dealing with a lot of this emotional turmoil over the past year, and now it's going to take a different form. And perhaps it'll be freeing. But what I'd like to do is to go over some ways that yoga, the practice of yoga, can help you to calm your mind, relax your body, and rejuvenate your energy. We're going to begin standing. However, if you prefer to sit, that's quite all right. I'm going to do a body scan to begin with. Because when you think about your body and your breath, and you're really focused on those two activities, breathing and positioning your body, it's very hard to let extraneous thoughts come in. And the more practice you get at focusing, limiting your inner vision, let's say, the easier it is to let the outside world go by and give yourself a quiet space of your own. I'm going to begin with the body scan. So if you're standing, the feet are about hip distance apart, toes pointed forward or turned inward slightly. If you're seated, try to sit up as tall as you possibly can. And what we're hoping for is that your back, your spine is in alignment. So if you take one hand on your belly, the other hand on the lower back, the one in front you're going to lift up slightly, and the one in back press down. You're not really pushing or pulling, but it's to give your body the message it's time to stand tall. Now bringing the shoulders up above the hips. And see yourself, let's say your middle line, your center line. And take a deep breath and close your eyes and let the air out very, very slowly. Try to keep your eyes closed throughout this exercise and stay focused on your body and your breath. Imagine your body is divided into two halves, the left side and the right side. And beginning with the right side of your head, breathe into your face, your ear, and breathe out. The right side of your neck, the right shoulder, let them sink down. And the arm reaches down, the hand is heavy. You can feel maybe some heaviness in your fingertips. And bring your mind now into the right side of your chest. And as you breathe in, feel how the chest expands and then contracts, moving down the right side of your body into your right pelvis, the tummy in front, the hip on the side, the lower back muscles, and the buttocks, and breathe into those areas. And breathing out, let the areas soften. If you find that your back is swaying a little, just go with it for now. And travel down into your right thigh, your knee, into your calf, ankle, your foot, even the sole of your foot and your toes. Close your eyes. The right side of your body is quiet. Maybe it feels heavy. Maybe you become unaware of your body on the right side. Just experience without judging or analyzing what's going on. Being aware. And then bring your mind up to the crown of your head. We'll go into the left side of your brain, your face, your cheek. Breathe into the left side of your head. Pull the air into your throat on the left side, into the shoulder. Let your mind travel down the arm, and maybe your hand feels like it's heavier and it's pulling the arm down, pulling the shoulder down. Move into the left side of your rib cage. And feel the expansion of the lung on the left side. And release. Then the left side of your abdomen into the pelvis, the belly, the hip, the lower back, and the buttock. And if you're holding any tension, let it go. Open those muscles up. Let them soften. Move down into the left thigh, the knee, the calf and ankle. Move into the left foot, the sole of the left foot and the toes. And with your eyes closed, bring the two halves of your body back together, forming a unified whole. Scan your entire body. Breathe deeply. Pull the air completely into your lungs. Visualize it filling your belly. And then releasing, blowing the air out as if you were blowing into a flute or blowing into a straw. And slowly lift your eyelids and gaze straight ahead. Let's move a little, moving the hands, stretching the webs in between the fingers and the thumb. Rotate at the wrists. And bring the elbows back behind you and then together in front of you, just to get some movement going. Remembering when you contract, cutting off the blood flow. When you open, the blood circulates. So little movements like this are good to keep all the fluids moving. Shift your weight to one side. You can stretch the toes out. Maybe flex the foot to the other side. Or shake the foot out. Come back into Tadasana, which you know is the mountain pose. Once again, close your eyes. If you're seated, that's perfectly fine. Visualize yourself standing. Think of the mountain, how strong and steady the mountain is. And that's you. You're grounded into the earth. The crown of the mountaintop, the peak, reaches up into the sky. Earth and sky. And you're part of the greater universe. And you feel solid and strong. And sometimes when the winds of emotional turmoil blow over you, you know that you can't be knocked down. You might be roughed up a little, but you're still solid and strong. There are times it's good to think of yourself as the mountain, and remember that you can cope and deal with the winds of emotional turmoil and stress. Pause, breathe, picture yourself steady, sure, confident. And then slowly open your eyes. And let's separate the feet, give a little bit more movement to the legs. We're going to bend the knees over the feet. Not too far. We just want it over the foot, maybe to the toes. And then folding forward, coming down, tuck your chin in, hang out for a moment. Keep a little bend in your knees and bring some body weight over to one side. You can do this folded over in the chair. And then back to center. And take your time going over to the other leg. You can bend your knees, shifting your weight, straightening and bending. You can separate the feet even farther. I like to do toes outward here. I'm actually using my hands to help control how much weight I bring to each side. And as the muscles become accustomed to the stretch, and we're going to hold it a little longer here and let the head hang. You can see I'm getting closer and closer to the floor. And back to center. Shifting over to the other side. Letting your head hang. And center, and then heel toe back to hip distance apart. Now coming up, you can unroll. I come up flat back. So I'm going to bring my arms out in T position. Lift the back of my neck. Lengthen my spine. Now pressing evenly through the soles of my feet. Unhinging. Upward. And bring your arms up. And lean a bit to one side. And back to center, and the other side, and then center, and then press upward, pushing the clouds away. So as I reach on the right side, I'm lifting my left knee, pushing on the left side, lifting my right knee, side to side, and then both hands press away. The wrists are flexed. Now release that tension. Let the arms float down to your sides. And come to center. And again, a little bit of a body scan. Right now my hands feel so light. They feel like my arms are going to float upwards. We're going to pause briefly and return to Cherry Blossom Yoga. We're going to be on the floor. If you wish to remain seated on your chair, that's fine too. We'll be back in a moment.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
Welcome back to Cherry Blossom Yoga. To keep the theme going of dealing with emotional turmoil and stress and reducing those feelings within you and finding some calm and quiet, there's a breath exercise called the compassionate breath, in which you nurture yourself. It's very simple. Your hands are palms up on your legs, and you breathe in, raising one hand up, and then you breathe out and bring your hand to your chest and breathe down, out. Feel the warmth of the hand and think of being kind to yourself, taking some time for yourself. Then you inhale, the hand goes forward, and you exhale, and the arm rests. Then we'll repeat on the other side. Inhale, and then exhale. And breathing down into the other hand on the other side. Letting go of tension. And inhale. Breathing in fresh energy, and exhale. Letting go of worry. Inhale and exhale. Notice as you begin to relax that your in-breath is deeper and your out-breath is extended. Now, as you resume normal breathing, perhaps you feel a nice calm coming over you. Perhaps you can stay in this position and breathe quietly with your mind open and clear. Another one of my favorite postures is what I call egg. Some teachers call child. I was taught child is the fetal position with your head turned to one side. And then you repeat it on the other side. We can do all three. I find that when I'm in the egg position, sometimes in the child positions, I could just stay there for a really long time. So let's see how you feel about this. So I have my big toes toward each other, heels turned away. I'm going to pull my seat back, folding over the thighs, let my head hang, and let the arms drape around my legs. Now, some people find this more comfortable if they separate the knees. And then you can see I can bring my forehead down to the floor this way. But I'm going back into this posture. And you can feel gravity pulling the arms down, stretching the rhomboids, the muscles between your shoulder blades. And you allow gravity to pull your head down so your lips and cheeks become heavy. The back of your neck stretches. Then if you turn your head to one side, the brain flows to that hemisphere, the lower hemisphere. And then back to center. And to the other side. Back into egg. Allow yourself to sink down. I know it becomes hard to breathe, so if you wish to separate the knees, bring your forehead more like your hairline down to the floor. And allow the tailbone to sink downward. Now, coming out of the posture, let's do some stretching first. Bring both arms forward, parallel to each other, and walk one hand after the other. And walk the hands back. And let's prepare for the relaxation. Come onto your back. Or you could choose to sit. And place the index fingers and thumbs together to form an energy seal. If you're flat on your back, you can bend your knees, or you can have your legs straight. Now close your eyes. Make any adjustments that you need so you're not distracted as you imagine yourself walking through a meadow. And around you are trees, bushes, wildflowers. You're carrying a rucksack or a backpack. And as you walk along through the meadow, you see a stone, and you pick it up, put it in your backpack. And as you follow along a trail that you find more stones. You pick them up and put them in your backpack. And then the path takes a fork. You're not sure which way to go. But then you find the side that you'd like to be on, and you continue along your new path. And once again, you come across some stones. There are some small ones and some larger ones, some rough ones, some smooth ones. And after a while, the weight of the backpack, it slows you down. So you're not traveling as fast as you could be. You're not enjoying the beauty of the meadow and the trees and the wildflowers, the blue sky up above. You're trudging along, step by step, and then you come to a clearing, and there's a large lake, and the surface of the lake is smooth as glass. You take off the backpack and reach inside and pick up one of those stones. And you toss it into the lake, and it skims across the surface, creating ripples. And then you pick up another stone, and again toss it in as far as you can. And you repeat over and over again, small stones, large stones, anything weighing you down until you're able to pick up that backpack. Maybe there's a stone or two still in it, but mostly the weight is gone. You feel lighter, freer, able to cope, able to continue on your journey. Let your awareness return to your body and your breath. Bring your knees up if you're lying down and roll onto your side. Rest your head on your arm. If you're seated, if you'd like to move your feet or your legs, your hands and fingers, maybe lower your head. Bring it back up. Using your top hand, push the floor away. Return to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling wonderful, and I hope you can carry that feeling with you into your day, into your week, and into your life. Namaste.